Workplace bullying is not to be tolerated. It's not to be tolerated. If you are a victim of workplace bullying, harassment, or discrimination, or sexual harassment, I don't care if you're white, black, transgender, LGBT, whatever. I don't care what nationality you are, you have rights. You have the right to go to work and do your job in peace. If you are a victim of workplace intimidation or harassment, discrimination, call the local union, tell your supervisor, and call workplace hotline, because that's not tolerated. Let's get started. I'm going to tell you guys out there simply how to protect yourself, your benefits, and your pension from being fired, for being terminated, and workplace harassment and dysfunction. Okay, here we go. I'm the enlightened one. Let's get started. Okay, workplace, dysfunctional workplace. Okay, what's the definition of dysfunctional? Not operating normally or properly. Okay, not operating normally or properly. So that means that you got the loud coworker that's walking around talking but never doing nothing. You got the coworker that's hiding and never do nothing. You got the coworker that keep up confusion, gossip, running their mouth, but you're doing all the work. And when you have people like that, guess who the enemy? Okay, so now we got dysfunctional out the way. I'm the enlightened one. Thanks for stopping by. And this will help you keep your job and your pension. Okay? I know it's hard. You want to knock the teeth out there, such and such. You want to whoop their butt. You want to get in their face and say, step outside. I'm going to teach you simple ways how to keep your job and get them off your ass. Wipe my forehead a little bit. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in Chicago, Illinois. A little nippy, but it's beautiful. Let's get started. Workplace bullying. See, you got to guys know how to know your rights. Workplace bullying is a persistent pattern of mistreatment. Is a persistent pattern of mistreatment from others in the workplace that causes other physical or emotional harm. Is a persistent pattern of mistreatment from other co-workers in the workplace that causes physical or emotional harm. Meaning you go to work, you're emotionally hurt, you're being harassed, you're being bullied, you're being picked on. You can't even function to do your job because you're so busy fighting off these demons. See, a dysfunctional worker is a demon. They have a demon in them, and it's a demon of causing confusion. Oh, I got to put the word up in there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So now, it can include such as tactics as verbal. You're lame. You're goofy. You're fat. You're a drag queen. Non-verbal. They mess with your lunch. Your work is missing. Your favorite chair is gone. Psychological, physical, and abuse and humiliation. Humiliation is when they broadcast to embarrass you. It's called the doing the dozen. You don't go to work to be harassed. You want to do your job. This video is for people who want to do their job and go home. It's your God-given right. If you don't want to be bothered with people on the job, your coworkers, that's your God-given right. So here we go. Workplace bullying. Let's talk about racial color. The number one discrimination at the workplace, in my opinion, is racial color discrimination. He's an Arab. He's black. He's Jewish. He's African. Chinese. Vietnamese. Poland. Or whatever. It exists. It does exist. Okay? You know, let's talk about racial discrimination first. Someone discriminate involves treatment of someone, an applicant or employee, involves mistreating someone, an applicant or employee, unfavorably because of his or her certain race. You didn't get that promotion because you're black. You didn't get that corner office because you're Jewish. You're white in a black corporation, so you starting at the bottom. But you have a degree. If you have the same experiences, the degrees, you have the same degrees experience as anyone else, and if they pass you over because of your color, that's called racial discrimination. You don't get invited to certain events, parties, meetings. Oh, you didn't hear about the meeting? Oh, I thought you got the memo. Okay? Also, color discrimination includes treating someone unfavorably because of their skin color. And this is not throwing out the race card. See, black people are not the only one racially discriminated against. Arabs, I'd racially discriminate against. Chinese people, okay? So you have to understand, racial discrimination is not allowed, it's unacceptable. So we got that out the way. Racial discrimination is the number one in my opinion, all right? Sexual discrimination, here we go. Number 2, sexual discrimination, okay? Sexual discrimination, what does that mean? Involvement in treating someone of an applicant or employee unfairly because of her person's sex. She's a woman. She can't be president. She's a woman. She can't be a manager. Oh, that's a guy. We hate men. Look at him. He's weak. He's soft. We run this. Men don't run this. We run this. That's called sexual discrimination. Also, discrimination, sexual discrimination still, discrimination against an individual because of their gender, male or female, identity, I'm gay, bi, or transgender, whatever, including transgender status. Let's stop right there. Transgenders have rights, whether you like it or not. They have rights. And you cannot discriminate against a transgender, because when transgenders are on your job, you have to treat them as a human being, as an employee. Because a transgender have more rights than straight people do. They have a whole community to go against you. They have lawyers. They have doctors. They have everything. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. So if you're an employer and your employees harass a transgender, you have to fire that person immediately, because now they're about to jeopardize your dream, your future. Leave transgender on the jobs alone, guys. Leave them alone. That's a workplace. Or because of sexual orientation is a discrimination of a sexual violation. Because you have a penis. Because she has a vagina. If you are being discriminated against on the job, it's because of not just your color. It's also because you're a man or a woman or transgender or gay. If a person is a homosexual on the job, if that homosexual is not bothering you and they perform at a job well, you have to respect that and honor that. You don't have to like that, but you have to respect it, because gays have rights too. Do your job and mind your damn business. Okay? Sexual discrimination, we got it. You could be a man, they don't like you. You could be a woman, they don't like you. You could be a transgender. You could be a lesbian. You know what? Just do your job. Is that hard to ask? Do your job. Who remember that old commercial? Shana, nah, not get a job. Nah, 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 not get a job. No, 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 get a job. I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? I got grays in my beard. Wisdom comes from experience of failures and misfortune, and you learn from it. Fat shaming. Fat shaming, okay? You can lose your job talking about how big somebody is. I had a fat guy on the job. He's overweight, big guy, cool guy, love him like a brother. And what I did on the job was I encouraged him to do a lot of walking. And as he walked faster and faster and faster. And I put that in him because I saw him as a man first, a character first. He's just slightly overweight. He can damn near run around the job now. And I told him, don't let nobody give you no shit because you big, man. I don't call him Big Marcus. I don't call him none of that. You know, it's Marcus. Fat shaming. Here we go. All right. Fat shaming. The action or practice of humiliation of someone judged because they are fat or overweight by making mark or critical comments. You know you too big for that chair. How you gonna get on an airplane? Bruce was big. Okay? Bruce was big. There are a lot of big people. Fats Domino. Okay? Jackie Gleason. Watch your mouth. Show some respect. You don't know why that person is overweight. You don't know why. So it could be a medical condition. They could be suffering from depression. Stuff like that. Get to know somebody before you judge based on their weight and size. Because if they report it to you, you can lose your job. It's called fat shaming. Knock it off. All right. So now, I'm going to give you 5 ways. And do me a favor. If you like what I'm saying so far, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share button. Share this video if you feel it can help somebody. If you got a japping coworker like, I'm going to whoop that ass, I'm going to do this, or you got that brother or that guy going to choke. Nope. 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 No. We not going to do that. I'm going to give you 5 ways. High five, y'all. High five. High five. High five. If you're watching, thank you for tuning in. This is the Enlightened One. We are talking about workplace dysfunction and how to survive it. Here we go. How to protect yourself on the job. Number 1, documentation. Documentation. Because if you don't write it down, you complain to the HR, you complain to the union, they're going to say, when? Where? How? Get out of my office. You have no proof. Alonzo, Training Day, Denzel Washington, is not what you know, is what you can prove. Message. Documentation. Number 1, documentation. If anything, mistreatment, harassment, whatever, write it down. Immediately. All right. Documentation, definition, something such as a recording or photograph that can be used and furnish evidence of information. That's snitching. You don't go to work to be harassed. You have a right not to be part of a group. This is not high school. We all adults. You are to go to work, young lady, young man. You are there to go to work, not to make friends, to do your job and grow in that job or move on. Parents out there, if your kids have problems, show them this video. Uncle Enlightened One got y'all back. Number 2, notify your supervisor. Manager is a chain of command. If you have a problem with a coworker and it's persistent, you can't just go to the higher up. No, there's a chain of command. What do we say? Number 1 was documentation. Notification. All right. Give a notice of or report of something formally or officially. Let me read it again. Notification. Give a notice of a report, something formally or officially. When you notify them, you already document it, you notify, and you let them know, I document this on the date of September 1996. Documentation. You have to go through the supervisor first. I'm going to tell you why. If you're not satisfied with the supervisor, then you go to the manager. If you're not satisfied with your manager, you go to the HR department, and you also document each time, each event. Document it. Document it. Document it. I'm going to tell you why later in this video. Number 3, keep your nose clean. Now you're under a microscope because chances are that supervisor, that manager, or whoever in that office, HR, could be relatives of that person. They could be screwing that person. They could be married to that person. Because every coworker, you don't know who you're dealing with. So keep your nose clean. You be on time. Don't argue with nobody. Do your job. Keep your workplace performance clean. Keep your nose clean, guys. Don't give them no excuses, because if you make one little mistake, They're going to come after you like a ton of bricks. They going to come after you hard. They're going to have everybody. They're going to have helicopters. They're going to have watchdogs. They're going to have a bullhorn. Oh, Mr. Johnson, we know you're in the office. Step out with your hands up. You was late for lunch today. You supposed to be back at 12 o'clock. It is 12:05. We need for you. They'll do that. They'll do that. Step out of the office. You've been in the bathroom for 45 minutes. Step out of the bathroom, sir. And then they'll try to report you or fire you or suspend you. Keep your nose clean. All right. Number 4. If you are still being harassed by a POS, record documentation. Have your cell phone. As soon as they walk up, boop. And watch what you say on recording. Let them know, hold it. You are now harassing me. I'm doing my job. This is not work related. I don't want to talk to you. That's my right. That is my right. I'm just here to do my job. I'm not here to make friends. You are toxic. You are detrimental to my employment here. So, sir, ma'am, please step away from me. Let me do my job. Especially if they're not a supervisor. Make sure you got that documented and watch what you say and watch how you say. Because wording is everything. Wording, harassment, humiliation, workplace bullying. Wording is everything, guys. Have a dictionary standby. It's how you word stuff. And when they being recorded, they're going to be, oh, man, you know, you tripping. And when they leave, make sure you document it. Because some people are so stupid, they don't see the cliff they about to walk off on. Message. Okay, and number 5, because I'm going to let you guys go because it's the weekend. Number 5. If all else fails, if you're in the union, talk to your union rep. If all fails, if you go to the supervisor, the manager, and no one listening, you go to your union. You have all your paperwork. Now you're done talking. You go to the union because that's what the union job is. Some of it job is. Now you have all your paperwork, your evidence and videos and stuff like that. And you tell them to the office, look, I'm coming to my union rep because I want to file a grievance. I want to file if you're in the union. So now you have nothing to say. You talk to your union rep. And when they start talking all, you make sure your nose is clean. This is why I go back to keep your nose clean. Well, he has a perfect record. Everybody loves him. The customers praise him. You have your documentations of the evidence against the complaint. You will win. And if they fire you bogusly or bullshit or whatever, excuse my French, bullshit or whatever, I said it again, bullshit or whatever, you get your employment. They will have to pay you because you have documentations. Mr. Johnson, did you go to the supervisor? Yes, I did. What happened? Nothing. Did you go to the manager? Yes, I did. What happened? Did you go to HR? Yes, I did. Here's your unemployment, sir. And 9 times out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're African, black, white, Chinese, transgender, lesbian, or Portuguese, or Irish, or whatever, because your race, gender, or whatever, we deserve equality. You will, 9 times out of 10, you will win. They will either fire that person or transfer that person or put you in a better position because they said, okay, this guy knows his SHIT. This woman knows her SHIT. So 9 times out of 10, they will separate you guys and you will be at peace. If they fire you, again, you will get your employment. I can deal with that. Now you got to pay me to sit on my ass at home. And then when you go to your other job, when you get a new job, you can have all your paperwork. Well, what happened, Mr. Johnson? Why did they fire you? I was great. What do you mean I'm great? Boom. Here's the paperwork. Don't be afraid to be great on your job. People are jealous of you not because of your color, not because you're transgender, also because you are great and you are a threat. And they afraid that you're going to move up and move them out. This is the enlightened one. If this helped you, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, show your kids this video. leave something on this earth for the younger generation who needs to learn how to survive in this crooked, wicked world. I thank you. Peace and blessings everyone out there. Peace and blessings to everyone in the United States of America, all 7 continents, Europe, Asia, Africa, everywhere. I love you guys. Peace and blessings. Enjoy your weekend. Gotta go. Peace.